Welcome to Spiritually Imperfect, the show where the metaphysical meets the practical. This is your space to explore the mysteries of the universe, embrace spiritual growth, and connect with the energies all around us. No one spiritual journey is perfect, but that's the beauty of it. Hosts Mike and Jen bring their unique blend of perspective, humor, and heartfelt nature to every episode. Whether encouraging, facilitating readings, or diving into exploring mediumship, energy healing, or searching for clarity, Spiritually Imperfect is a place to where discussions of the collective experiences that we all share comes to the surface. Now, here are your hosts of Spiritually Imperfect, Michael Christopher and Jennifer Lee.
Hello, Michael.
Good day.
We have survived another week.
Just barely.
Or have we?
Mine's not over. I got 2 more days of, how do I say this?
Before the work
Fuckery
week.
going on. So, hello everybody, and welcome to Spiritually Imperfect.
I'm just sharing into my group really quick.
So we're going to wait till a few people jump on and say a few hellos. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, Sylvie. Hello, CJ.
Okay,
Jennifer's doing some tech stuff right now.
I think I got it. I think.
You think?
Yes, I think.
All right. So,
Hello,
like I
Sylvie.
said, we're just going to give it a few minutes because we have some things to talk about.
Come on, we do.
We do.
Hello, Jacqueline.
Hello, Jacqueline.
We switched sides.
Am I usually on the other side? I don't even remember.
I don't know either. I just interesting.
I just realized I don't have the admin page, so I can't see much. Just the standard. I didn't come in on the right page, I don't think. But anyway, It's okay.
Gotcha.
It is okay.
I can see it. So
Tonight we have a couple things to talk about. If you follow me on Facebook or TikTok, I posted a video and I asked, for people to put their questions in. I just simply asked, what questions do you have surrounding mediumship? I should have probably I cannot talk today. Expound on that a little bit and just basically said, if you have questions about mediumship, psychic abilities, experiences, etc., to go ahead and put them in the comments, and I would eventually try to get to all of them and give you some answers, either through replying on the thread or doing a video, which I'll probably do for most of those because that's more efficient, and then other people get to share it. But Jennifer and I were talking, and I suggested maybe we could just grab a couple of them today and kind of just talk about them, because I'm sure these questions that we have in mind are questions that you've probably considered as well. So that's where we will probably start. Forgive me, I've been talking with pilots all day and my tongue is not working correctly. Not at all.
So
hello, Kimmy and Cheryl.
So what question do you want to talk about?
All right, so this one, and I'll have to tell Julie to look at this later because I know she's going to be on. But this was from Julie, and she asked, and this is a favorite, and it's actually pretty funny because before I posted my video, I was sitting there thinking, what should I put on there? And I swear I had this exact thought in my mind. And it was about haunted houses, haunted locations, and trapped spirits. And I was like, you know what? I'll shelf that for now. I'll just put it out there for a general, hey, if you got questions, let me know. And lo and behold, the first question on the thread was from her. And she asked, I have a question about haunted houses. When spirits seem to dwell in houses, are they in heaven or are they trapped wherever they are? And she asked, hopefully this makes sense. And it does make sense. And I definitely have my theory on that. And I share this quite often. But Jen, do you want to give your perspective first, and then I'll kind of jump on the
Oh, I
bandwagon?
have a lot of perspective on that. I have a lot of experience with that, but I want to go to the home first. Our homes speak to us, buildings speak to us. They hold on to energy. So sometimes the home may appear haunted. It may be other energetic things. However, it's not always intelligent spirit. There are other things in the energy and in the home itself that can create that feeling. So haunted houses, I don't know. I don't know that they're haunted. They hold energy. And I can tell you this because of a home that I go to every week. It's a cabin. I can tell you I have a bond with it. It speaks to me. I understand it. But it speaks through things that would maybe initially feel creepy, right? Creaks and cracks and just like the feel of the home. So it would have been really easy for me to say that it's haunted and run away. However, there is a spirit there. I call him the resident spirit. He is not there because he is trapped. I can feel his energy. Some of it is just an echo. It's just kind of replaying that he was there, right? That is left in the home and left in the property. However, he does come around and visit. No, he is not, definitely not trapped there. He's just doing as spirit is, right? He's just, he comes around, we visit for a minute and he goes.
Mm-hmm.
But you can say that every time I go there, I do encounter him. He is there. However, he is not trapped. He is coming and he's going. He enjoys seeing that place be used and honored. And so for him, he likes just to come in and validate that he is still around, tell me how to do something, and pop off. So no, he's definitely not trapped. And I think that I really feel that with most homes, when people feel that it's haunted, they are feeling other energetic things other than intelligent spirit. If they are actually encountering intelligent spirit, I feel it's misunderstood as to why they are there, just because you are feeling their presence, and maybe even on a continual basis. In my experience, they are not stuck. They are choosing. They're choosing to be there. So that's my thought on it.
All right. I don't really have too much to add because, I mean, I agree on all of that, that the residual energy, people coming back, because I think that that idea or thought is popularized through ghost hunters TV shows. And I'm trying not to be sarcastic when I say this, but this is how my mind works. I sit and I think about these things, and I just think of myself in that spot if I was crossed over. One, let me start here. My theory, my belief is when we leave our body, we're not going somewhere strange. We don't wake up and go, "Where am I? Am I dead?" That doesn't make sense to me. We never feel dead from, and this comes from research, from readings, you know, just my experience is that when we pass, we don't feel pain. We don't feel dead at any time during that transition. So that's number one. Number two, and this is what kills me. I can't conceptualize that this spirit has been trapped in a prison for 400 years. And here comes this human all of a sudden out of nowhere that comes and crosses that person over. Like, thank you, human. I waited 400 years for somebody to come in and do this for me. That doesn't make sense to me. And the reason I say that is because not only are we intelligent, you know, when we're intelligent beings, but we have guides. If there is some feeling when we transition of being confused, our guides are there. Our family and friends are there to help us make that transition. So again, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I hope that doesn't come across that way. But that's my belief, that we're never trapped. Like Jennifer said, it's nostalgia. If it's a place we enjoyed being, while we're alive, I'm sure we come back and visit those
Oh,
locations.
absolutely.
And as far as the hauntings, and again, I'm no expert, don't claim to know everything. The very few that I've done, like walkthroughs, every single time I've done that and connected with a spirit, it's connected to somebody who's there in the house with me. Either the team going through the house or the owner. I connect with their family, and that makes sense. If somebody is there who communicates with spirit, that family member or friend on the other side is going to take that opportunity to come by or come through and communicate with that person.
Correct.
So again, that's just my thought, my belief, my perspective. Take it, leave it, whatever. That's what I feel about this.
I could talk about the haunted houses and the energy in homes and structures and buildings all day because I really I understand it. It was my first introduction to the energy world from the time I was small. I understood it. So there's a lot that goes into it, into what you're feeling in the haunted places, haunted homes.
Plus, oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, like the haunted homes, the haunted places. There's a lot. It also depends on if you're going in with a group, what is already in your mind. You're already anticipating to be afraid. You're already anticipating this haunting, and so it makes it much more difficult when you go in with that mindset, intentional or not. It kind of can't help but be there to discern what is actually happening in that home. You can actually build that energy, and you can build that energy with others, and you can actually manifest what you're going in there for.
Mm-hmm.
You could do it. Yeah, it could happen.
And it's just like anything with the mind. If for instance, if you, how many times have maybe even when you were kids, you're outside playing, maybe you're playing football or whatever in the backyard, and you fall down and like you don't realize, but then your friend says, "Don't look down at your leg because blah blah blah. It's either broken or you got a pretty big gash in your leg."
Right.
You don't notice it, right? You don't feel it, but as soon as you see it, it's like, "Oh my God, the pain!"
Right. Or
Right?
when you were a kid and didn't know you were bleeding.
Same thing. You go into this. If you have in your mind that you're going to this location and it's just the rumors are this is the most haunted place on earth, your mind's already in that set. So when you walk in, your mind's expecting like every creak and crack to be the haunted spirit. So again, it's a mindset. I always approach those the same way everything else. I go in there with a neutral mind, what presents, and I go from there. Again, I don't know everything, but that's just my thought.
Right. I can give you a perfect example of that. It just happened to me last weekend of letting my mind get in the way. I'm working on a new cabin. I'd never spent the night there before. And when I decided I was going to sleep in there by myself on the couch downstairs, and now I had heard from some other people some stories about it, right? But all day working on it, I never felt anything. But when I laid down in the dark by myself on the couch, I started to freak myself out. Excuse me. I started to listen to the sounds, for about 20 minutes. I was like, this is okay. What are they talking about? And then I started to hear the creaks and the groans of the house, and the wind was blowing, and it was just the house expressing itself and talking to itself, but it freaked me out. And I got more uncomfortable until I left and slept outside. But I know that was just my mind playing tricks on me, but I couldn't shut it down. It just felt incredibly creepy in that moment. So you can create that in your mind.
Exactly. And I mean, I'm not going to beat this to death because we could talk about this forever, but
I
again,
was just answering Benita's questions. I have a pendulum right here. They're not necessary to communicate with your loved ones. So I use mine more for like spirit guide guidance, like yes or no. However, I have heard of people that do communicate with their loved ones with them, or they use them as a tool. They can't actually do the communication. You have to do the communication, but the pendulum is an excellent, it's an excellent tool. However, please know that it is not necessary to use to communicate with your loved ones.
I'm just helping somebody get into the chat.
You're what?
I'm helping somebody get into the chat.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Didn't mean to ignore anything. I just.
Yeah, and you can. Do you have a psychic question you want to ask it? You want to ask, and we'll use it.
Okay, back on track.
Okay. Yeah, if you have a question, pop it in there.
Crystal, oh my God, I just started a new side position of a mortuary transfer. I know all about creepy places. I can imagine the energy. I don't know. I would happen to, I don't know, I've only been to a couple of those locations. No, not mortuaries, funeral homes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help but think it would be a peaceful feeling. I don't know why. There's Lydia. Okay, she was wondering how to get in. She missed last week because she couldn't, for some reason. She was probably on one of my other pages that weren't broadcasting. There's Anne. I don't predict future at all, with or without a pendulum. And I just don't. Sorry.
So we can answer that without a pendulum. Is it K Wheezy? Is that what it says? Is my dad around me? Yes or no? Your loved ones in spirit are always around you. Always. We know that without having a connection, that they are surrounding us.
Kate Wizzy, let me just ask real quick. So Jennifer started talking, and I don't know if this is your dad, but I felt an energy move in as soon as you said my dad. I have a male stepped in that was a very heavy smoker. Would this be your dad? Did your dad smoke? I'm also feeling diabetes as he steps into my awareness. I'm getting a couple other things. I just want to talk about it as I'm going, whether this is for you or not. With this man too, and again, Kay Wizzy, when you no smoking. Okay, I'm just going to put this out there then. So I have a male stepping forward. I feel this man was a heavy smoker. I do feel diabetes around him. I also feel that he would have had an amputation of some sort. So if you can take, it has to be all three. I'm not going to try to make this fit, but okay, so if everybody could just hold off on the comments, except for if somebody could take this. I'm not going to spend too much time with this gentleman if nobody can claim him, but that's just what I felt really quick. Amputation, he had his leg cut off. Okay, was he a diabetic? Because that's also something I felt with him. And I want to say this, I'm just going to go with it. And whether you can take it, I just want to keep rolling with this. I feel that he was very distant as far as a relationship with his children. I feel like he wasn't there for them up until the end. I feel like maybe towards the end, he reached out, tried to make those connections. But I feel he wants to come through and say, I'm sorry for not being a part of your life. I'm sorry for not being there. And I'm also feeling August connection around him. And I feel August birthday. He wants to acknowledge an August birthday. So I'll just leave it at that. If you can connect with that, just put what you connect with in the comments, that I'll know. But that's his message. Yes. And Kay Wizzy, could you just let me know what parts of those make sense? It just It just helps. All right. I don't know where we were before that. I kind of lost all sense of like.
No, I was just answering that question. I do want to go back. Okay, so Anne changed her question so that it was not future, just asking if he wants to communicate in general without using the pendulum. I mean, I can use it, but I want to tell you that I do feel like I'm going to leave it this way. I do feel like there will be communication at some point. Okay, so let's see what the pendulum has to say.
And thank you, Kay Wizzy, for the acknowledgement. And just let you know, just know that that's your way. Your dad just came through just for a quick hello to you.
Okay, and that's validating with a yes. So I wanted to answer that. I told her she could ask a question, and then we just whizzed on by. So I was like, I gotta go back there.
My ADHD kicks in, and I'm just like, whoop. So hello, Joni. Hello to everybody who's just jumped on.
Okay, so Benita was asking if anybody else found cemeteries calm and peaceful.
I love cemeteries.
I love them, and I know that you do, Michael. There are times he'll just send a picture from a cemetery and say, just relaxing. So, yeah, they're very peaceful to me. I love them.
Yep. Anytime I'm out on the bike, if I find one, I'll just drive through, sit there for a few minutes. Sometimes I take peanuts with me and feed the squirrels that are running around. I don't know. For me, it's just a reminder of to be in the moment. It's a reminder just to live your life, because we eventually go away. So to me, it's just, there's a whole lot of messages, not that I'm connecting with anybody, but just, I don't know, it's just a reminder. Time is limited here in the physical world. Enjoy your time.
Right. Just in the energy of being there.
Yep.
There are messages that come through.
All right. Do you want me to pull up one more question and then we can do some more readings? Yeah. Let's see. Tanya was on here, or Tanya messaged Tanya Marie, and she said, curious about getting messages for myself. I can get them for others, but ... I'm like, yeah, welcome to the club. Right. So I just told her, I said, that's everybody. It's not that we can't, it's not that we aren't getting messages. It's just sometimes we have this thought in our head that I'm making this up because I know that family member. So that's very common. Yeah. One thing I've always offered as advice for people trying to connect with their own relatives, friends, family, etc., is to do automatic writing, because that kind of takes your mind out of the way, your conscious mind out of the way, and you just focus on the message and start writing. So I thought that was. And then Seasoned Mama Bear had a very good question. How do you know, and this is a favorite of every medium that I know and developing medium, how do you know when you are actually getting a message and it's not normal thoughts? Do you want to tackle that one first? There's Tanya.
So when you're getting a message, messages are not full of confusion. Messages usually have clarity with them. They're also very consistent, and they're very calm, and they're very peaceful when the thoughts come. There's very much just a knowing of it, of that being truth. When it's your own thoughts, you're often questioning, you're confused, you're back and forth on it. You're not having consistent thoughts on it. And they come with generally come with high emotions, such as frustrated thoughts, angry thoughts, overly excited thoughts. So they come with those kind of thoughts instead of just that calm, clarity, and persistence. It will be persistent. If it is a message, it will come to you over and over and over. It may come to you in different ways, but the message will always continue coming until you listen to it, until you understand it. So for me, that's I mean, that's my answer to that. What's yours, Michael?
So there's a few parts to this. So first, when you're developing, and even I would even say practicing mediumship, the first thing is training and development, learning about how to sense that this is not coming from me. Okay, so I'm just going to really, this is going to be really brief. So one is development. You're learning how you receive. Two, the T word, trusting that the message coming through is from those on the other side. For me personally, this is how I work. Right now, we're just having a conversation. I'm not concentrating. I'm not thinking about the other side right now because I'm not connecting with them. So I'm in my conscious mind right now. But the moment I think of the spirit world, when I set the intention in my mind to talk to them, and that literally is it. When I think of the spirit world, I'm connected. And again, this has just come through years of practicing this. From that point forward, everything coming through in my mind is from them, not from me. And again, that just came, that's just how I've learned to work with spirit. I trust that the things coming through, the information, thoughts, feelings, whatever, that's from them. And I just need to verbalize what I'm experiencing. No matter what, I don't get to think about it. This doesn't make sense. Remember, your job as a medium is to put your conscious mind out of the way and to free up your mind from fear of I'm going to be wrong, or fear of this is goofy, or whatever that mindset is of that you're battling with, that you got to get out of the way. You just got to clear your mind and just go with it. So that's all I got to say about that.
All right. He's doing it again.
I know. I got to stop.
Doing it again.
Right.
I was looking
All
for
right.
a question. I'm going to go back. I mean, you can go ahead if there's.
And once we did a reading for one person, we'll go to somebody else. So this is a time show, so we're not going to do multiple questions per person. There's just not enough time. But we appreciate them. And we appreciate you being here.
Yeah, so Sherry says, my dreams about my dad are so real. I know he is there. That is also a very, very common way that spirit comes to visit and sends messages, is through those dreams. So I'm glad that you're recognizing that, and I'm glad that you're aware of that.
Hello, Natasha.
Yeah.
So with mediumship readings, I'll just throw this out there. Usually what we do is we let spirit lead the way. Those for mediumship, that's how we work in this setting. So if we do open up for mediumship, we just work with the spirit stepping forward, and then we start communicating their presence. But that's just how we do it. Sometimes there's an exception, rarely. Like if we get drawn to a person and like, hey, I feel so-and-so is here for you. But if you have questions about like your experiences, and I got to say this too, because I learned this somewhere else. I saw somebody else's live, and it makes sense. When I do an intuitive reading or psychic, I will not read for somebody you're connected with. For instance, how does this person feel about me? I don't know. I'm not connected to that person. I will connect with you. I will read your energy, but it's like an ethical boundary. I'm not going to tap into somebody else's, some person that's not even here.
Right.
So those type questions are definitely off the table.
Just really quick, Nicole Kurtz, are you still on here? I'm not going to wait very long for the answer. I'm just going to go forward with something.
And that'll answer maybe Katie's.
I'm going to wait for just a minute, though.
Okay, while you're waiting, I'm going to answer because that was a good question. How can I connect with my past loved ones? I know they're around me, just want to connect. It's literally sitting there and just have the mindset of I am open to connecting with your person. Pay attention to the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that you're coming through. Don't don't pass them off as just coincidence. Take what you're receiving, write it down if you need to. But that's a good way to start.
Great.
There's Nicole.
Okay. Nicole, and I have connected with Nicole's daughter before, just in all transparency, but saw her name there. I could feel her. She's referencing the 4th of July and something about an incident with a bottle rocket. Do you understand that, Nicole? She's laughing about the bottle rocket thing. So
Who's what?
I'm gonna wait for Nicole for just a minute.
Oh,
she's referencing a bottle rocket, like an incident. So I'm waiting for Nicole. I feel like it's there's something significant with it. So I'm gonna wait and see what she has to say about that.
hello, Don. Welcome in.
You don't know about the bottle rocket. Interesting. What is this? Okay, so I'm going to leave you with this. She is referencing the 4th of July, which I know which I know to be significant. For some reason, I am seeing a bottle rocket. I'm going to leave it with you because I'm seeing it. I can't let that part go. So I have to leave that with you, Nicole. And I'm sorry that you don't understand that, but I'm going to leave that with you. And just know that what are you doing on 4th of July? There's something going on. She's referencing 4th of July. I'm going to leave that with you. I'm going to leave that with you with her love. We have connected with her before, so I know a lot there. Just know that she's referencing that, and I'm going to leave that with you. And thank you for being open. Let me know if you understand the bottle rocket. You will at some point. I know it because I could see it very, very clearly.
Benita has a good question, and that's actually one of the questions that were in the live or my post. It was from Adrian. So Adrian, if you happen to catch this live afterwards, this is going to kind of go into your question too, because it was very similar. So Benita's saying, I close my eyes at night, and just before falling asleep, I see these vibrant colors, purple mostly. Attribute different colors to different family members visiting me. Have I lost my mind? Yes, you have. No, you have not. This is very common. So actually, I think I answered it in the chat. So I did, but I'm going to reiterate the same answer I gave to, I'm losing names, Adrian. So here's my opinion theory on this. At night, when we start to fall asleep, that's the point where your soul is getting ready to leave your body. Not permanently, but each night, and this you can read about this. Our body, I can't talk. Our soul travels. Astral travel. Maybe you've heard of astral travel. So right when you're in that twilight kind of phase between awake and falling asleep, that's when you may start to see like visions. Like Adrian says, she sees faces and different experiences with her eyes closed. Mm-hmm. Some people, and this has happened to me quite a few times, is you may start to hear these audible sounds. To me, I describe it like this. It's like a radio broadcast that you're hearing. You're hearing an announcer talk on the radio, but it's just far enough out of your hearing range that you hear the voice, but it's not clear. You just hear like the muttering of it. That's when you're tuning into that other side, and you're sensing different experiences when you're getting ready to astral travel. That's a very quick, explanation of what I think that is. But most likely, that's what you're doing. Your people are around you because they know when your conscious mind is out of the way, that's their opportunity to come in and visit with you. That's what they call visitation dreams, and right. It seems so real.
Evelyn says that she can experience that in deep meditations as well, which yes, she can. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, Benita, and that's the same thing that Adrian was experiencing. I also see, she's saying, I see
Yeah, I
faces that
saw that.
move so fast, like an old movie reel flashing. Yes. And that's how spirit communicates. When they communicate a message with me, the visions that I get they're instant. It's like I have to grab it right then and there because it instantly fades.
So I want to answer Jacqueline's question. Do you all believe anything about the 3 a.m. wake up thing? I wake up at 3 a.m. on the dot all of the time. I do believe something about the 3 a.m. wake up thing, but I do not believe that it is because the veil is thinner in that moment. I think that the veil is always accessible, right? We can always have access to spirit. I actually read that it's something physical that has to do with our sleep pattern and our sleep cycle. That is the average time that somebody has sleeps, right? Or 3 a.m. is the average time when somebody has had, and I can't remember the hours of sleep, and then the REM sleep where they then the body actually wakes up for a moment. That's the theory that I tend to believe more than because you know what I think about. So help me figure this out. It's 3 a.m. is a different time. It When it's my 3 a.m., it's not somebody's 3 a.m. in another country. So does the veil only thin in certain areas? Like, I mean, I can't wrap my brain around at 3 a.m. the veil thins.
I don't believe in that veil
I,
thinning
I don't
process.
either. So I do believe the 3 a.m. thing, though, but not as the veil thinning, as more of it's physical. Tanya is saying that is the middle, 3 a.m. is the middle of liver detox. Thank you, Tanya. I knew there was something physical. And it also has something to do with our sleep patterns, not the veil thinning. That's my experience and my belief with that. So I believe it, but just not the same way, right? Yeah, a lot of people wake
Well,
up at 3 a.m. on the dot. I'm one of them at times.
well, they say Halloween, the veil's thin. No, it's because everybody's in that mindset of, oh, the ghosts and goblins are out. So you're open to the possibility now because it's Halloween. That's why that happens. It's same as like sitting here now. If you're open to the possibility of communicating with your family and friends on the other side in spirit, you just set that intention and now you're open to that possibility, which makes it easier for your people to come through to you because you're open for it. Parasite activity too. Oh God.
Great. Hey, Lydia had a cool question. I need to
Yes.
find it.
Oh, it was like if I'm dreaming about a loved one.
Yes, if
Yep.
we dream of a living person, are they dreaming about us too?
I wonder.
I wonder. I have heard that. I've never validated that. Might be something like, I don't know. It could possibly, there could be interaction on like a soul level happening.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, there are a lot of different things it could be, but that's an interesting thought. It's a cool thought. Evelyn says it has to do with Chinese medicine. Hours for certain organs.
That's what gets me up. Biologics. It's biological. Plus, when we get old like us, you don't sleep as long.
Sorry, I'm reading Bridget's comments. Habits. My husband used to take his thumb and rub out. Okay. How to dream while back where I was worried about bills. Okay, so you were still in the dream state. Sorry, I had to read that again. But yes, that's what we were just talking about, those visitation dreams. They feel very, very, very real. So yes, I would say that was definitely a visitation dream.
Without a doubt. No, Evelyn, we know. We're just laughing at the bladder part.
Yeah, that's what we were laughing at. And Tanya, parasites. So it's not so cool to wake up at 3 a.m.
With bed bugs crawling on you. That's not
Ew. You're welcome, Bridget. Oh, that's weird. So I got this new phone and I don't know how to turn the ringer off. Isn't that ridiculous? So
New phones, technology. It's time for a jitterbug phone.
I truly don't know, and I have the volume all the way down, so I apologize for that. I'll just have to put it. I meant to put it in the other room.
All right, you want to do some quick, like, intuitive readings?
Yeah, let's do it. Throw your questions up there.
Actually. Lydia, are you still here?
Yeah, she just.
I want to put you on the spot, Jen, just for a second.
Okay.
You could throw this to me at another time or two.
Okay.
Lydia's son is in spirit.
Correct.
I feel he's here.
Okay.
Would you see if you could connect? I've read for Lydia, so I know her, her son from like a few readings. No pressure. And Lydia, we're going to try because he's on my mind. And I'm like, I'm sending him to Jen.
Thank you.
Tyler, go to Jen. Go to Jen.
Okay.
Again, no pressure.
Okay. The first thing that I am. Hang on. He is referencing, just really quick, the first thing that I'm feeling is I'm feeling a date of significance that's coming up. It feels like an anniversary of sorts. Would you understand that? I don't know why that's in my awareness really quick. I know that we were just speaking about dreams, and maybe that's why he is telling me this. You do understand that, Lydia? Okay. So understand this. He's referencing an anniversary. He's also, we were just talking about dreams. He's validating that he has come into your dreams. Do you understand that with him? He has come into your dreams and gives you dream messages. Okay, hang on. He's telling me a love for fast things. Do you understand that? Yes, he has. Okay. Okay, yes, he's just validating that, because I know a lot of times we question if that was our loved one. So as we're talking about dreams, he comes in and says that. He's also referencing a love for fast things. He also makes me laugh. Like, he is funny. He is a kind of a big personality. I know when I know when he is here. He is full. It's important for you to understand that he is full of joy and still cracking jokes on the other side. Do you understand that? Okay. Anything speed he loved. I can feel that. I can feel that speed with him. The need for speed. That's how it comes across.
I'm like jumping out of my seat because, like, I can validate that too, because he's come through with exactly what you're saying. He's come through with me. That's why I was like, give me a second opinion here for Lydia.
Okay. This is very interesting. He's showing me something. He's showing me. I'm going to draw it because it's very, very funny. And I have to tell you, I do not understand the significance of it, Lydia, but I feel like you will. He's showing me an alarm clock, and it's not a digital one. I don't know what the deal is with this little, oh my God, see my lights? It's a clock, okay? I'm just going to say it's an alarm clock. Okay, so she's saying yes, and I don't know.
That boy was a rocket from the minute he was born.
Okay. Yeah, I can feel it in his energy. I want to know if she understands what this alarm clock is about. have one? Okay. Wait just a second. I think I know. I can feel it. It's telling me, but I want to see what she says. So we're waiting for just a minute.
And this was about the clock?
Okay, you're not sure. Okay, I want to tell you what is going on with. I can hear it. It's interesting because I actually get the visual of kind of like an old school alarm clock, and I feel like that's to let me know what it is. But I hear an alarm. I hear the obnoxious alarm that comes on most like our cell phones. I can hear that, so I know that it is an alarm clock. I'm going to leave that with you. I do feel like he can and has manipulated electronics around you. Are you aware? Are you aware of him being able to do that? I feel like he has, and I feel like it's. I'm gonna wait and see. Oh, she can't hear me. I can't hear.
I think she's saying I can't hear it, or I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what that means. Can she not hear me? Okay. All right. I don't know what that's about, but I'm going to leave that with you. It's an alarm clock, and it is the sound of an alarm clock that I'm hearing in connection with that. So I'm going to leave that with you, Lydia. I want to go back. I want to go back to this day of significance that is coming up. Know that he will be around. And there is something. Would you understand the color yellow? It looks like it is. It's a type of a yellow flower that he is showing me. He's going to send that as a sign. You're going to see that as a sign if you have not already and you do not understand that already. He says it's important for you to know that he is okay. Yellow flower, Walmart.
She said yes.
Okay, you do understand that. Okay, very perfect. He says it's important for you to understand that doesn't only say he is okay, he says all is okay. It's interesting how he says it. He wants you to know that all is okay.
Oh, Jacqueline, that's right. Jacqueline worked with him at Walmart.
Oh, you did. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So all is okay. That is the message. That is the message that he gives you. And when he says it, it's interesting because it's not he is okay, but it is all is okay. He wants you to understand that. So I'm going to leave that with you. With his love, he also has a great big grin. He just has a really, really fun personality. I could feel that in him in spirit. So please understand that on the other side, that essence of who he was, it's the very same. It's the very same. Okay, I'm going to leave that with you, Lydia.
Lydia, I'm just going to go with the whole time you've been talking. He said he keeps telling me and he keeps showing me. Talk about the blue ribbon. I'm just going to assume that's what he wants me to say, and this is from him. It may not be, but would you understand reference to the blue ribbon? Because I keep getting this feeling like I need to talk about this blue ribbon. And if you don't, that's fine. We could just move on. There, the feeling finally dissipated. I got it out. So
don't you love that? It's like
somebody's wanting me to talk about the blue ribbon. So
you're like, I have to say it. It won't go away.
all right. Oh,
I just threw out a blue ribbon of this funeral flowers.
All right, this is where I'm going to throw it out there. The stuff that we talk about and trusting with your getting.
Right.
And this is a faux pas. Medium shouldn't do this. So I'm going to break the rules right now. I swear to you. When he was showing me the blue ribbon, he kept saying it was something to do with his funeral. And I was ignoring that part. I just wanted to talk about the blue ribbon. And that's what she put. So I can definitely, he was showing me the blue ribbon. Yes, I had the thought about it was connected to his funeral, but I was not going to talk about that. And there it is. So thank you, Lydia.
Thank you.
That's his way of letting you know that he's aware of that and he's okay with that.
Why am I seeing a chocolate cupcake?
Lydia is literally saying, like, thank you. It's like a step to letting go of his personal physical belongings. Not that that's not important, but he's like, it's almost like he's patting you on your back for taking that, because that's a huge step. And just let you know that he's okay with it.
Absolutely. And Lydia, right, as we wind up, and I don't know if this is for you either, but I'm seeing, I see a chocolate cupcake. He shows me a cupcake. So I'm going to leave that with you as well.
And he knows that, and he's thanking you. It's like huge step for you.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Everybody send some good vibes to Lydia.
Good love to you, Lydia. Your birthday is coming up. Okay. It's a chocolate cupcake. Celebrate. Okay. Celebrate yourself. And he will be celebrating with you. Okay. So we're going to leave that with you, Lydia. And thank you for being open.
100%. All right. It's almost 8 o'clock.
Okay. Do you want to pull some cards? We got a few minutes.
Let's see. I'm just going to, again, this is just random. So we're going to go through. Before we do this, I want to thank everybody for showing up. Again, there's only so much time that we have during this show to get to people to do readings.
I'm so sorry for the phone.
Jennifer's phone is doing things on its own.
It's so obnoxious.
You know, we try to acknowledge everybody. Again, I hope nobody feels ignored, because we're not. We're just rolling with it. And I mentioned this, you know, every week, that Jennifer and I both do private readings. You can always book a session with either one of us, or find somebody else. The important thing is that you get a message. But shows like this, you're not going to get a full message. You're going to get a quick hello from somebody, a message. You know, it's not going to be deep. But we try to just do the readings because, one, it just validates that your family and friends are with you, right? And everybody gets to share in that message and take something from it. But these are usually very, very quick. All right. Do you want to pick somebody? I'm going to go with Jacqueline.
Okay, go with Jacqueline. Jacqueline,
you're still here, right? I'm going to pull you a card, Jack. I got to pull her card. Her husband's my boss. If I don't pull her a card up, she'll tell him, and then I'll be fired.
Then you'll be in trouble.
Then I'll be happy, because then I can say, I didn't quit this time. I got fired. Colby's probably listening right now going, tell him to shut up. Tell Mike to shut up. He's babbling again. All right, Jackie, I'm just going to pull a card for you really quick. We're going to see what he is listening. All right, Jackie, I'm going to let this almost speak for itself, but it's fulfillment of wishes. I'm struggling right now not to say what I'm feeling, because it goes against what I normally would talk about. So take this for what it's worth, Jackie. Okay, this is from Spirit. It's almost like say it. This is about your health, and I feel like your health is turning around for the better. So I feel it's like it's at a point where it's going to start improving. Okay, that's just a feeling. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose. But the second I saw this card, that's what I felt I needed to tell you, which goes against usually everything because I will not touch health. But the feeling is so strong that I just needed to say that. So I did 2 faux pas today. I claimed something that I was feeling but didn't say it, which is bad on me. Bad medium, bad medium. Colby said, we're winning the lottery. No, you're not. Because I have the ticket right here. I'm not going to show you my numbers, but that's it. That's the winner right there.
Okay, so I drew a card. I'm just going to do it as a collective card though, because I think it's a great, like that's really what I drew it for the last message. This card is the Ace of Wands, and so it's talking. It's about it's really about the beginning of something new. It's about physically starting something. If you are feeling stagnant, the best way to get unstuck is to move. And here's the thing. You don't always have to know where you're moving to. You just need to put forth some movement into something. Movement will create movement. Movement will create inspiration. That's the word on this card. So find it again. Accept a challenge. We use such a small amount of the potential that we have. Reach out and grab a little bit more of that. It just talks about action, talks about moving forth, growth, travel, just moving forward. But what I'm really feeling with it right now is kind of a stuckness, a getting out of a rut. And I think we all tend to fall into them, right? We just do. And for some reason, I have spoken with a lot of people lately that are kind of feeling that way, kind of feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit unmotivated, a little bit sluggish. For me, I think it's the 100-degree weather. I don't know what it is.
That's too hot.
It is so hot. But really what it's saying is find new inspiration. If there's nothing around you that is inspiring you in this moment, inspire something, inspire someone yourself. Go out and find something. So new beginnings, good news, just around the corner, but you got to get moving to find it. You've got to get moving.
So. Who doesn't like chocolate, Lisa? Thank you. And Evelyn, I think it's chocolate cupcake is a collective message.
Yeah, you're feeling that too, Tanya. Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people that have been kind of feeling that way. Just that there's no momentum, there's no forward motion. They're just kind of feeling a little bit stuck. So,
all right.
Oh, I almost knocked my computer off.
I thought your phone was doing something funky again.
No.
All right.
I'm sure it is.
Well, everybody, I think we're going to call it an evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next Friday. Yeah.
Yes, we will be back.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you.
Have a good weekend. Oh, you did, Tanya? Yeah, crazy. Yeah, take radical action to get unstuck. Seriously, that's how it feels. All right.
It's been a weird week, so yes. All right. So have a great weekend, everybody, and we will talk to you again next Friday. Thank you, everybody. You're welcome, Lydia.
You're welcome, Lydia. Good night.